Why Persona 5 Royal is the ultimate JRPG experience. Persona 5 Royal is a game that deserves to be celebrated. It is not just a simple re-release of the original Persona 5, but a complete overhaul that adds new content, improves existing features, and polishes the overall experience to a near-perfect shine. In this article, I will review Persona 5 Royal and explain why it is one of the best and most stylish JRPGs on any platform. Persona 5 Royal is a game about rebellion, justice, and friendship. You play as a high school student who transfers to Tokyo after being falsely accused of assault. There, you discover the power to enter the distorted cognitive worlds of corrupt adults and change their hearts by stealing their treasure. Along the way, you also make friends with other outcasts who share your sense of justice and join your group of phantom thieves. Together, you explore the mysteries behind the metaverse, a collective unconscious realm where human desires manifest as palaces and shadows. Persona 5 Royal is divided into two main gameplay modes, daily life and dungeon crawling. In daily life, you can spend your time doing various activities such as studying, working, hanging out with friends, or exploring Tokyo. Each activity has an impact on your stats and relationships, which in turn affect your performance in combat and unlock new abilities. You can also access the Thieves' Den, a new feature in Royal that lets you customize your own hideout with decorations, music, and mini-games. In dungeon crawling, you infiltrate the palaces of your targets and fight your way through hordes of enemies using a turn-based combat system. You can use physical attacks, guns, items, or persona skills to deal damage and exploit enemy weaknesses. Persona skills are based on different elements and types, such as fire, ice, wind, electricity, psychic, nuclear, bless, curse, healing, buffing, debuffing, etc. Each character has their own persona that reflects their personality and role in the story. You can also switch between different personas during battle to access different skills and resistances. One of the most satisfying aspects of combat is triggering a one more or an all-out attack. A one more occurs when you knock down an enemy by hitting their weakness or landing a critical hit. This gives you an extra turn to attack again or pass the baton to another party member for a boost. An all-out attack happens when you knock down all enemies on the field. This initiates a flashy animation where your whole team gangs up on the enemies for massive damage. Another way to deal with enemies is to negotiate with them. When you knock down an enemy, you can choose to talk to them instead of attacking them. Depending on your answers and their personality, they may join you as a new persona, give you money or items, or beg for mercy. Negotiating with enemies is not only useful for expanding your persona collection, but also for learning more about their quirks and motivations. Persona 5 Royal adds several new elements to the combat system that make it more dynamic and strategic. First of all, guns are now more viable as weapons since they replenish their ammo after each battle instead of each infiltration. This allows you to use them more frequently and effectively against enemies that are weak to gun damage. Second, there are new showtime attacks that are triggered randomly or under certain conditions. These are special attacks where two party members team up for a devastating finisher that deals huge damage and heals some HP and SP. The showtime attacks are not only powerful but also hilarious and stylish, showcasing the personalities and relationships of your characters in creative ways. Third, there are new will seats that are hidden in each palace. These are fragments of the palace ruler's distorted will that grant you SP recovery items when collected. If you find all 3 will seats in a palace, you also get a unique accessory that grants you a powerful skill related to the palace's element. Fourth, there is a new mechanic called Baton Pass Rank that lets you level up your Baton Pass ability with each party member by spending time with them outside of battle. The higher your Baton Pass rank with someone, the more benefits you get when passing the baton to them in combat. These benefits include increased damage, HP and SP recovery, reduced cost of skills, etc. Fifth, there is a new character called Jose who appears in Mementos, the randomly generated dungeon that represents the collective cognition of the masses. Jose is a mysterious boy who drives a cart and collects flowers and stamps from mementos. You can exchange flowers for items and stamps for upgrades that affect mementos' difficulty, rewards, and layout. Persona 5 Royal also adds a lot of new content to the story and characters. The most notable addition is the third semester, which is a whole new arc that takes place after the original ending of Persona 5. This arc introduces a new palace, a new villain, and a new threat that challenges the Phantom Thieves' ideals and bonds. It also features a new party member named Kasumi Yoshizawa, a talented gymnast who transfers to your school and becomes involved in your adventures. Kasumi is a charming and likable character who adds a fresh perspective and dynamic to the group. Another new character is Takuto Maruki, a school counselor who joins your school after the incident with Kamoshida, the first palace ruler. Maruki is a kind and empathetic person who helps you and your friends cope with your traumas and issues. He also has his own confidant route that unlocks new abilities and scenes. Maruki plays a major role in the third semester and reveals a surprising connection to the metaverse. In addition to Kasumi and Maruki, Persona 5 Royal also expands on the existing characters and confidants by adding new scenes, events, dialogues, and interactions. For example, you can now hang out with Akechi, the ace detective who pursues the Phantom Thieves, and learn more about his motives and backstory. You can also spend more time with your teammates and see them bond with each other in new ways. Furthermore, you can unlock new abilities and perks from your confidants that enhance your gameplay options and convenience. Persona 5 Royal also improves on the presentation and quality of life of Persona 5. The game looks stunning on PS4, with vibrant colors, smooth animations, and stylish UI. The game also runs at a consistent 60 FPS on PS5, which makes the gameplay smoother and more responsive. The game also features new music tracks that add to the already amazing soundtrack of Persona 5. The voice acting is also top-notch, with both English and Japanese options available. The game also makes several tweaks and adjustments that make the game more enjoyable and accessible. For example, you can now fast travel to more locations within palaces and mementos, which saves you time and hassle. You can also use the grappling hook to access new areas and shortcuts within palaces, which adds more variety and exploration to the level design. You can also play darts and pool with your friends at Kichijoji, a new area in Tokyo that offers new activities and shops. You can also use the Thieves' Den to view your achievements, replay cutscenes, listen to music, play cards, etc. Persona 5 Royal is a masterpiece of a game that deserves all the praise it gets. It is not only one of the best JRPGs ever made, but also one of the best games of this generation. It offers an engaging story, memorable characters, addictive gameplay, stunning presentation, and tons of content that will keep you hooked for hundreds of hours. Whether you are a fan of Persona 5 or a newcomer to the series, Persona 5 Royal is a game that you should not miss.